A little dance off in the background. Now we're ready to party. It's Avast, it's ZP, and it's a whole lot of fun. The best teams in North America fighting for a chance to play against the reigning champs.
Able again to scatter into the back. 6-on-5, now 6-on-4 for Boom Crew. So again, Shikigami trying to get in, getting repelled, and Madian says, you know what, maybe we can make something out of this. Does the Galactic Legend, picks up 2, and Shikigami Avast, not necessarily out of this fight yet, as Madian really sets things up.
Man, still have ults here for Boom Crew to stay. This is staying on the point. The Omega Hurricane comes out, making sure to just get more out of the strategy. Try to get some more picks here. They're just going to force the invisible boundary. This is great for Boom Crew, considering they already have control. They're forcing more ults here out of the strategist, out of Shikigami.
Now Shikigami right now, I mean, they're trying to make something off the hero ult from Madian, but Boom Crew being able to stabilize just a bit. Fraud not being able to brought down just in the moment for now. Focusing on damage onto the group, being healed up all the while. Both teams just changing a little bit of poke. Strength in prison though, in for monsters. Fall through going to be there. Forces out the fate of both worlds. So Shikigami all in on this fight. 90% right now for Boom Crew, and off the Luna ult, they're able to get 2 here, Vest.
Boom Crew, I mean, you can be really happy with this still. And that was a well-played setup from Boom Crew. They go for the Strangling Prison.
Plenty of life left in it yet, but okay, when you lose Fraud like that early, that's real bad, and Shikigami really just taking advantage in the neutral now, Vest.
I mean, right now, it's holding really aggressively. Boom Crew, they have a huge bank. If they invest a lot, they don't find one early. There it is. They need to get one through the culling effect.
We'll see if they can do that just now. Right now, no resets to be found. Galactic Legend, meanwhile, going to be used by Fraud. Looking for anything here on the side. Doesn't really have the best angle here just yet. Boom Crew, right now, moving on in. Vibrato, though, cracks it open, finds a Madian. Starts the first hit. Now can they get a little bit more? Scatter Genji, again, focused on down to Shikigami in hot retreat, buying a lot of time. But remember, if they lose this fight, they're still going to lose the round. And they're able to get 2 in the neutral right after that. Unbelievable from Shikigami. They retreat. Soon to be fading. Hasn't picked up anything here just yet. Both teams relatively dreading ultimates, but Krasmang finds monster early. Shikigami now on the 6v5. Boom Crew getting forced back. They get Krasmang in turn, but a Madian on the cleanup into the backline. Both teams trading back and forth. Vibrato's still in it. Still could be the hero here. Kraken Impact built up. I don't think there's going to be much restraint. Vibrato looking, waiting. Kraken Impact good to go. Could seal the deal right now for Boom Crew. As you see Vibrato looking around. The Madian strikes on the Koodle and takes down Vibrato before the Kraken Impact can even be used. That unbelievable from a Madian.
I mean, also the hold here from Shikigami's strategist line. They hold on to both their strategists, so they have the meteor. This fight's going to continue to go on, but now Shikigami, they can make it back with strategist as long as they don't all go down to Fraud. They can't all go down to Fraud here. They have to survive. They have to stay alive long enough for Ricky or Dinks to make it back anything. And they're going to make
right
it
now,
back.
keeping it alive for Boom Crew. Invisible Boundary going to be popped here for Shikigami. And they hold on here, Avast, at the very end. But that was a...
Just barring some misplays as Poke's going to come on out. We're just waiting for the first opener.
Who's going to drop the ult first? And it's going to be Dinks. Dinks just opens up Fate of Both Worlds. Boom Crew now likely to just try and retreat a little bit if they can. Still, you got Shikigami in hot pursuit, looking to see if they can get anything off of it. Galactic Legend now going to be used by Madian. In over the top. Boom Crew, though, able to handle it pretty well. Now they can turn things around with the Kraken Impact of their own. Fate of Both Worlds used. Vibrato, what do you got? Strangling Prison is going to be used. In with the Kraken Impact is Vibrato. Picks up 1 here so far. Going to the back, looking to do a little bit of tree chopping onto the Groot instead. Forced back as Shikigami. You see them come in with the Kraken Impact of their own. However, Daze immediately just going to get crunched as Boom Crew keeps control.
Well played there from Murado. Just trying to use those cooldowns.
Galactic Legend now looking up and over, and that is going to fade. Shikigami right now looking for the Kraken Impact in from Daze. Massive full cleanup, and Shikigami. They somehow end out on a head, and Madian looks to be the finisher. Drops the Galactic Legend over the top. They lose Dinks in the process, but Daze, the Kraken Impacts come out again and again.
Okay, they didn't make it cheap, but they made it really expensive, and they equalized it.
Shikigami can contest again, or
TP's coming up.
Go next round.
Let's look for it. Here it is. TP's up. They do have the meteor to try to keep himself up a little bit longer, but immediately taken down, exploded. Now, no strategy up left. Will Ricky get one? Ricky has to get a strategy, has to get the invisible boundary for any chance. No, I think it's over here, ZP, and it's just gonna be cleanup.
Yeah, I mean, the portal recontest, not the most ideal this time around when your Magneto just gets instantly dropped. But it's gonna bring us to a round 3 where so far, both teams looking incredibly close.
Wonky wall pull there right off the bat as Galactic Legends used earlier. A lot of ults used. They can dunk. Oh! Oh!
Massive, absolutely massive combination from Boom Crew, where they do drain a lot of their ult reserve here. In from Fraud early to start off the fight here for Boom Crew. Meanwhile, Deus comes on in, Kraken Impact gets reset number 1. Looking for more. The Meteor M to set the stage right after. It's a clean sweep coming in for Shikigami off the pack of the Bucky Galactic Legend, but the real threat is going to be the Prison into Kraken Impact. Here we go. Everything on the board for both teams. And it's massive fast from Shikigami. The Meteor M with the Kraken Impact right after, completely eviscerating Boom Crew. This is an overtime. Shikigami playing for the first map win. Boom Crew taking on down, and it's Shikigami defying expectations, getting map 1, and maybe bankrupting some people on channel points, because for a lot of
They really do. I mean, if you're gonna send the pet photos over, just send them, you know, it's really rivals Cat Knight, perhaps, if anything. But Boom Crew here, pushing forward, continuing to use the aura here from Fraud on the Storm, trying to just make sure to get the most out of these really high ceilings, using the Aura of Thunder, the Aura of Tornado to move really quickly. There's a lot of poke going on.
It really helps in the neutral game, and also I just think this is a great opening area for Storm if you have a great Storm. I mean, the sight lines are fantastic. And coming in from Velocity, I mean, he's ready to explode on the next fight of Ast.
And interestingly enough, I mean, with the Cloak and Dagger of Shikigami not trying to match the Rocket Crew in their own, is immediately going to drop the Kraken Impact. I mean, this should just clean it up right here, barring something crazy.
I mean, you kill the Groot immediately, things just go from bad to worse. However, Fraud taken down. Strangling Prison can be used here by Monster. Boom Crew deciding to invest a little bit of their newly acquired currency to make this fight a little bit easier. Fraud cleaning up the skies, and I'll say this for Shikigami. They're buying time even in a losing fight right now, Vast. The convoy is not actually moving.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. I think Shikigami probably should have stopped investing. It's time to Moto, maybe set up a Meteor M.
Well, they go on in. They start with the Strangling Prison. Agamotto still on deck. Boom Crew responding in turn with the Mega Hurricane and Invisible Boundary, looking to cool things down. Now Shikigami, the boundary is gone. Agamotto coming on in from Scattered Genji. Is Flop going to be there? They got one here so far. Dinks getting Medium with the BRB. Velocity, much the same on the Fraud. Both teams still in the fight, contesting to and fro. Scattered Genji right now, looking for a counterpart on the other end. Fraud was able to get down Krasmang. Big pick here from Boom Crew as they try and get this first point. Monster, though, dropping Strangling Prison, and that should secure it.
A lot of this pressure's going to be on Vibrato here to maybe hit a huge Kraken Impact.
Meteor M coming out, lots of room to work with.
That won't happen.
Vibrato down, and the Groot right on after. Day's going to clean up the rest. Now Counter Sia gonna be out here from Boom Crew, but now we're looking at the Krasmang. The wall's been great. The Prison coming on out, sets up Deus for the kill on the Vibrato.
It's so good.
And now they get even more of Ast. It's massive.
I mean, Krasmang putting on a Groot masterclass, and there's talked about a lot how this is why Groot is so good, especially in the right hands. There's going to be a late stagger pick here as well. Vibrato's going to go down late. They're not going to have Vibrato for the recontest. They're going to be swapping here, trying to touch, putting Velocity here onto Jeff to try to speed bubble back because they don't want to lose their ults. It's not worth it. They're just losing it early.
They run into walls, literally and figuratively, courtesy of Krasmang, just crushing in the neutral, landing great walls back and forth, setting up Shikigami for this hold right before second. And now you have to wonder if you're Boom Crew, you don't mind, playing Groot yourself, but if you lose this map, maybe
they're gonna have some of that high ground control, the portal. So pretty interesting composition coming out for Shikigami. Very poke heavy, but also with
danger. Magma's dead. Amadian able to win that in the neutral, and already 2 quick kills here for Shikigami, bringing it to Boom Crew on the first point. This is even a quicker wipeout than we saw.
Like the Enigma code. Like everyone is playing extreme mind games with this.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're in Europe where Finzi just locks teams down with the portal, no questions asked. But here we go. Boom Crew looking to test here at the apex of the first point. Monster. Early Strangling Prison going to be used. Shikigami just able to back on out. Now a Mega Hurricane in from Madian into the backline. Forces out the Invisible Boundary in turn. Going to quiet things down just a little bit. Second Invisible Boundary going to go down here from Noodle. So look here, the Monster looking for an opening. Both teams still at full strength here so far. Madian, though, able to get in with Days. And it's not going to be enough. The BRB gets Noodle back up, but it's very much in Shikigami's favor here, Vast, as they're looking to just... Boom Crew, they're going to drop the Invisible Boundary in turn here, Vast. Try and get low stabilization, but it's simply not happening.
And Krasmang getting another Strangling Prison, getting some value there. There should be some late value. Yes, they're going to be a for Krasmang as well. And just so much value from Scattered Genji there, just forcing them to play a little bit passively, getting all those cooldowns early from the Eye of Agamotto, sets up the next round of ults here for Shikigami. Now, about to have the last stand for Days. There is going to be something for Boom Crew, but they don't have to touch. I mean, they can't.
all day long. But now we'll see how this first fight goes. If Boom Crew can lock in with their tournament life on the line. If they don't win this map, they will not be gaining the right to go against 100 Thieves and get their upper bracket rematch. But here we go.
What a good wall. The walls are really good here from Krasmate. Again, when you watch him, when you see how it goes, it's Amadian though, getting caught.
Yeah, a little bit of difference here, but BRB gonna bring Amadian back in, but Vibrato able to get down Krasmang right away. Again, buffed on up by the Rocket. And Boom Crew right now, slowly but surely moving on in. Another nice hook. Might result in Magneto falling here. Keeping up the pressure. Scour Genji gonna go down. And off this Winter Soldier play, Boom Crew.
Shikigami, looks like they still want to go with the recontest. Coming on in.
Looking on in, Invisible Boundary gonna get dropped. Fraud right now. Galactic Legend good to go as soon as the Boundary impact is gone. Amadian is already out of the fight. Meteor M gonna be used. Vibrato, Kraken impact over and in. Ricky down, reset gained. 2 right now, make it 3. And the first point, often hard to cap, will be Boom Crew's.
Yo, did you guys see how I stole his highlight?
Get back in here when you're playing into the group for the retake. They need to have someone touch. It's gonna be Amadian just coming on in there with the proposals.
Amadian drops on in, they use the invisible barrier, and it's already over. Ricky getting demolished. Vibrato able to just drop the Kraken impact and immediately removes the angle of contest from the fight. It's gonna be point to the Boom Crew.
A bit of a race, probably gonna look to trade out, force the strategy ult here, and that's exactly what they're gonna do. They don't use it, they hold it.
President from Krasmag, yeah, right before it could be built, just drops it from afar, sets up for 2 quick eliminations, and just like that.
They're gonna find anyone here.
Rod looking to put this one away. Galactic Legend being used, able to pummel down Deus, gets one more for good measure, about to make it 3, force them back in the spawn door. Boom Crew, a clean 3, now 4 pickoffs as the convoy nearly where it needs to be. Shikigami completely in tatters, and this would be incredibly fast time for Path here at Vast, one of the quickest we've ever seen.
I mean, here comes the recontest. Day is gonna touch, but unfortunately, no one else is gonna make it. There's walls all over the place.